Hello, guys. It's me again, Robin Graves of the World According to Graves. Um, I decided to just make this a special one today. I have a lot of comments and questions I need to answer, and I'd like to answer them here while I can. Let me look at my other thing I got on my other laptop here. Let's take a look here. From Snowcat69. Yeah. Snowcat69 says, Mr. Graves, you're ludicrous and your facts aren't straight. Evidently, you've done no research. The MS-13 is just a family, and Social Democrats are just there to help people, you fucking retard. Okay, let me answer this way. Snowcat. I gotta take a drink. I'm going to try to not laugh at this guy's name. Okay, so excuse me, a little sippage here. A little Mr. Pibb. Yes, Coke, you owe me an endorsement deal now. Haha. Okay, Mr. Cat. Let me address your question and your comment, whatever that was, by saying this. You have just proven in one comment everything I've said about the left. Everything. Congratulations. I hope your mother's damn proud of you. I hope you go on in life, move out of your mother's basement, quit masturbating to online porn, and maybe that 6-year-old girl next door won't kick your ass. Again. So anyway, got that answered. I want to let you know, everybody know that I do research everything I speak about here. I have my talking points on my right side, notes and everything. I usually have another laptop over here on this side over here, my left side. Uh, Usually, just for convenience. Um, I research everything. Believe me, I research things ad nauseum. I probably know more about random things that most people should be allowed to by law. Don't play Trivial Pursuit with me. Don't argue with me. I don't argue. I tell you exactly what's going on, and if you don't like what I have to say, you know what, Mr. Cat, quit watching my videos. I know it's so difficult because I post my videos on like 5 different social networks, not to mention YouTube. But anyway, um, Mr. Cat, yes, your comment answers your own. It says everything about it. Okay, let me look at it here on this other one. See, Bob Drake. I want to tell you something, Bob Drake. You're a wonderful human being. If I could pay you to be online with me, I would. Mr. Graves, I find your facts concise. The only problem I have is that you aren't on long enough, and you speak too fast sometimes. Otherwise, I like what you say. Okay, I want to address this. Yes, I do speak kind of fast on here because I'm limited for a lot for time in most cases. I have a lot happening, a lot going on. As people know, I raise a lot of reptiles. I breed a lot of reptiles for the snake trade, the pet trade, um, and I usually have a lot I want to say. So I have to say as much as I can in the short amount of time that I'm on here. I only allow myself 25 to 30 minutes. That's it. And I have to space everything out. I have to know exactly what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about it, how I'm going to talk about it. Everything is pretty much very concise. It takes me a week to do the proper research for what I want to do and what I want to talk about. It takes me about a week. Today is actually off the cuff. I have no talking points other than a few people's comments. I'm hoping that I can get to some points with these comments as I go along. Um, I'm glad you like me. There's a lot of people out there that hate me. Uh, I tend to piss a lot of people off. So, anyway, so the next one. See, Jack Ross says, I wish your show was a little more professional. I wish you were a little more structured. All right, let me explain this. I'm just a guy. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a news guy. I'm just a regular person. I'm doing this because every time I've ever done a rant on Facebook or any other social media, I've gotten death threats. Yes, I have had people tell me they want to kill me. I've actually had one guy, a member of the Christian Coalition type people on Facebook, tell me back in 2011 that because of what I said, he wants to come find me, fuck my wife to death while I watch. Yeah, that's very classy. Um, I'm not a violent person. I don't like violence. I think violence is the last resort for anything. I'd never resort to violence first. Um, I'm not. There are things in the works right now for this webcast. I do have voiceovers professionally done by a friend of mine, Mr. KT Nyman, the guy who got me to doing this. Online instead of going on Facebook and, or as I like to call it, fascist book, and being banned because I do a rant on something that fascist book doesn't agree with. Um, let me explain fascist book to you. Fascist book farms out its security to another agency, to another company. They don't really do some algorithm they use, which is obviously fouled up since July 4th. It was taking down posts and blocking people, banning people altogether. I was banned for posting a picture of bacon. Yes, that's the current ban from 2 years ago. Um, I got an idea last year from Mr. KT Nyman, wonderful human being. If you guys ever met him, you'd love him to death. This guy's done a little bit of everything. Gave me an idea to do this, told me how to do this, and it's pretty much my mentor. Gave me the idea to do this. He's done some very good voiceovers for me, some very good intros and outros. I am working on getting everything situated, some extra programming to do all this. I'm doing this whole thing on a shoestring budget, honestly. I don't make as much money as a lot of people think I do, owning my own business. Um, so if you people will bear with me, we will be going to two videos a week before long. Believe me, and as we go along, things will get better. Trust me, they'll get more professional. Okay, hold on. Let me get another one here. I can't even pronounce this person's name. Okay, so bear with me. I want to read off his post. Um, where do you do your video from? It looks like a bedroom. Okay, hold on. Let me explain where I'm doing it from. I raised a lot of reptiles. A lot. I've been doing it. My birthday was yesterday. I just turned 51. Believe it or not, I'm 51. I can't believe I lived this long. Um, I raise a lot of reptiles. Have been for nearly 36 years. I'm very good at it, and I breed a lot for the pet trade. My office is actually doubles as one of the snake rooms. We bought a 3-bedroom home. It's now a 1-bedroom home. I don't have much of a living room, and my dining room is going. We're full of reptiles. They're great anti-theft devices. Nobody visits me. I'm a hermit. But anyway, um, no, it's not my bedroom. It's actually my office. I have about 15 snakes in my office. Um, I don't even notice them. I've been around them for so long, so many years. I don't even notice them. People come to my house and they're afraid. It's not the guns that they're afraid of. It's the frigging reptiles in my living room. So, no, it's not a bedroom. It is my office, which is also one of the snake rooms. They keep me calm. So, okay. The next one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Jon Snow. Jon Snow, wonderful guy. Jon Snow says, "I wish I could do this with you. Once you get everything situated where you can have more people, please let me know. I would love to be a contributor." Hey, great, wonderful. I would love it. But right now, this is one-man operation. I don't have room. I don't have the gear for it. Before it's over with, I'm on a timeline right now. I'm hoping within a couple of years, I've got everything set up perfect. For a really good show. But right now, it is what it is. I have to deal with it for with what I have. I don't want to sit here and talk, tell you that, hey, I've got this, that, and the other, and this wonderful droid over here that films for me. I don't have that. This is pretty much, I mean, it's everything I could do for it to be a one-man, operation. And I have to take a lot of time on my busy schedule to get this done. In fact, I'm behind because of today. Uh, so, anyway, there's another one. I'm not going to mention his name. Where do you guys come up with these names at? In case you use your real name or something, or something that's not this long, 500 letters. But let me. This is interesting. Are you the same Robin Graves from Mondo Destructo TV? Yes, I am. Yes, Mondo Destructo is another thing I've been doing. I try not to get too serious on here. I try not to be too non-serious either. I try to have everything about, make it a balancing act. There were actually people who know me in real life who actually thought that I was going to end up being like George Carlin reading the news. I believe that has crossed my mind to do that. But no, that's not what this is about. I can do some comedy here. I could do weird shit here if I wanted to. I could curse a lot. I try not to drop the F-bomb on this because I do have children, not children, but younger people in their teens and early 20s who watch this. In fact, I've got church people watching this. That's what's scary. Anyway, yeah, I'm the same Robin Graves. I do that one, the Mondo Destructo in character. In fact, there is a new Mondo Destructo being dropped. It's late. It's almost 2 weeks late. We will be dropping that today. So everybody keep your fingers crossed that it translates well. Hopefully. So anyway, there's another one from Mark Blake. Mark's an interesting person. Mark will drill me with questions repeatedly if I let him. Mark makes me think. I like Mark. Mr. Blake says, Mr. Graves, do you believe that a civil war is coming? And if it does, which side would you be on? All right, I've been accused of being a patriot because of my beliefs. I will not take that title. I'm just a guy who comes on here and blathers, okay? I'm just a guy who comes on, talks about something. I'm not a patriot. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not left. I'm not right. I don't want to be. I'm myself. As far as a civil war, me and Mr. Nyman discussed this the other day. And he came up with a very good scenario. And I've been watching a lot. And he's been watching a lot. And I've been going back and part of the research I was doing, why I threw what I was originally going to do out the window and decided to do this, is because the research I was doing, I got distracted by this. If there is a civil war in America, it's not going to be black versus white. It's not going to be left versus right. It's not going to be, capitalist versus socialist. It's going to be everyone against everyone. We have been conditioned over the past several years to keep ourselves separate from everybody else, to have our own little groups. We have the feminists over here. We have BLM over here. We have the religious right over here. We have people like Donald Trump over here. We got socialists down here. We got capitalists over here. We're not going to be black and white in this. This is going to end up being... I'm sitting here like Larry King again. I won't do the joke. We have been pretty much conditioned to disapprove of everything. We have so many people out there looking for things to be offended by. Just because you're offended doesn't make you right. But they don't understand that. They don't want to understand that. They're offended because I have long hair. They're offended because you have no hair. They're offended because I'm a guy, I'm white. They're offended because one of my neighbors is black. We got to get over this whole thing of being offended by everything. And we've got to unite as a country. I remember 9/11 when it happened, the day it happened. I remember it very well. Let me give you a little story here. And I'm not doing this to pad out time. This is to get a point across. I remember 9/11 very well. I had been at a show the night before, and I come home late. I think I got home about 3 o'clock in the morning. Finally got in bed around 3:30. My parents come knocking on the door. I guess I slept through them knocking on the door. They come through. They come in, woke me up, told me to put it on CNN. I said, "What's going on?" They said, "You just gotta watch." So I went ahead and put it on CNN, just in time for them to film the tower falling, the first one falling. They played a tape of that. My heart sunk. Believe me. Oh my God. I sat there and watched. I saw the second tower fall. I lost 3 good friends in the second tower. I didn't know they were even in there till the next day. It was one of the scariest times of my life. I mean, I lived through a lot of the end of the Cold War. I was at a point in the 80s where we didn't know if our president's going to push the red button or not. Nuclear destruction is worse than AIDS. AIDS will kill you. Nuclear strike will kill you, your family, your friends. It will erase you from history. And I lived through that. I remember many a night as a teenager sitting outside, worried if we were going to be alive the next morning. But I saw this and I was even more afraid. Then that fear became anger. Righteous fucking anger. And yes, I said the F word. If you got a problem with it, watch something else. The next day, when they were going through everything, they were looking for survivors. We were no longer left. We were no longer right. We were no longer socialists, capitalists, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. We were Americans. That was plain. That's all we were. We were just Americans. And I'm sorry to say that this country, it takes a disaster of that size for us to be Americans. But of course, everything went south. We all became divided again right after that. That was probably the most peaceful moment this country's had in 50 years. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it took that much of a disaster for us to be Americans. We're not going to be in a civil war, one side against another. We're going to be several sides against each other. The whole thing is, there's not going to be a side to join. It's going to be load up, keep your ammunition dry, shoot whatever moves, because they're going to shoot you first if you don't. I'm sorry to say, man. That's why the way this country is right now. We have so many different directions. So many different groups are trying to go. We got to hate black people because they're all criminals. We got to hate white people because they're all racist. We got to hate Mexicans because they're coming here illegally. We got people out here saying, "Well, damn the law. I don't feel like they should have to stay in Mexico. I feel they should come here." This is a nation of laws, not a nation of feels. Right now we've got social democrats wanting us to get rid of prisons. They don't want profits. They want free everything. If you make money, it should be partially theirs. Every company should be partially theirs. They should have a say in everything. Which, yes, I do believe we should have a say in the government, but not in private property. I mean, you want to be a say in a major company? Go buy stock. But I don't see that happening. They can't afford it. They're too busy living off of the state. We had a president, John F. Kennedy, who said, "It's not what the government, what this country can do for you, but what you can do for this government, for this country." Excuse me, I'm stuttering. I'm a little pissed off at the moment. Seems I stay pissed when I'm on here. It's not, don't worry about what everybody could do for you. Worry what you can do for everybody else. Just because you're a socialist doesn't mean that you're in it for everybody else. You have no idea what socialism is. I do. I lived through it. I saw what socialism was, communism was. You say socialism is different from communism. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very different. Communism starts off with socialism. Then it ends up, the government forces you to be socialist. That's where it becomes communism. This whole thing about socialism, their whole thing, them saying, Well, everything belongs to everybody. Then what's the use of having something if you don't have it, somebody else does. You just use theirs. Where's the incentive of doing better for yourself? Where's the incentive of having something? The incentive of improving yourself in socialism? And I was told I was stupid. I was told I was stupid because I brought up Venezuela. Why am I being stupid? Venezuela was socialist. They're praying for capitalism now. They're eating dogs there now because there's no food. Cuba, countries don't like Cuba. They don't have much businesses because nobody can afford anything. Nobody can afford to go and buy, food like they do here. Oh, but food should be given away because it's this, that, and the other. It's a right. Where is it a right? Where is it a right that you should if somebody has two things, they have to give you one? Where is that right? I believe in the Constitution. The Constitution is what built this country, and ignoring the Constitution is what's destroying it. Capitalism rewards people who try their best. It rewards people who have drive. If you don't have drive, leave, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody brings up the Statue of Liberty. Bring us your hot masses and all that bullshit. You know what? The Statue of Liberty, as far as I'm concerned, was the biggest dirty joke played on the United States by a foreign nation. It was given to us by fucking France. France. Yes. France. The de Gaulleist country believes that they should be the ones in charge. Now it's their turn to be in charge. Just like people are saying that it was Hillary's turn to be president. Well, how was it anybody's turn to do or have anything? What have they done to deserve it? What has Hillary done to deserve to be president? I made a comment that the last two times she ran, she was tossed out. She failed. Actually, it's been 5. She didn't make it to the primaries first 3. Yeah. Then when Obama was running and she fell out, she made a comment. They were treating her rougher because she was a girl. That bitch ain't seen girl in 100 years. So they were treating her like everybody else. Whatever. Let's blame everybody else, but ourselves for our own feelings. But look, guys, I wanted to make this longer. I went off on a tirade again. I've got to watch myself on that. I'm not going to be posting this on Fascist Book anymore. In fact, I think when I got a Fascist Book Gulag, I'm probably going to erase my page there and tell it to go fuck off. Who needs it? I'm tired of the bullshit from there anyway. You can't say anything, do anything without Zuckerberg throwing a screaming fit. We could have Muslims here beheading people, showing all kinds of violence, but you say something against them, oh, damn, you're in trouble. If you guys want to speak to me, I'm mainly on MeWe now. Come to MeWe, find me. I'm easy to find there. Come speak, come talk to me. Don't worry about Facebook anymore. I don't even know when I'm coming back. When my jail term is over, I don't keep up with that anymore. But anyway, before I go, I'm going to do my usual. Mr. Osteen, I gave you a challenge. You failed. As far as I'm concerned, you are a phony. As far as a lot of people are concerned, you're a phony. And having your little people call me and threaten me is not resolving the problem. I want you on camera. I want you right here on video. I want to talk to you. I want to ask you questions. But you won't do that. You're afraid of me. I won. So now to the next challenge. I got to figure out what that is. But Osteen, nobody likes you. Nobody believes in you. If they did, you'd be defending yourself. So, hey, look, guys, adults. I hope this answered a few questions for you. I didn't want to sit here and have just all negative or all positive comments. I've got plenty of comments here giving me really good advice on how to do this. I want to start taking. I think I want to take some of their advice. You guys have a good time. I'll talk to you next Friday. My name is Robin Graves, and this has been The World According to Graves, as messed up as it can be. You guys take care of yourselves. Love every one of you. Take care. Bye.